This conference will now be recorded.
Hey Sujat, hey Kathy, hey
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Sujat, can you check your audio? I think it's echoing.
Where is this noise coming from?
Is this better now?
No. Are you driving, Sajat?
Oh no, I had my speaker on. I put my headphones on. Now I'm mute after I talk, so that's not me making that noise
What?
Okay. Uh, because it was echoing when you were talking, Sujat.
It is still echoing.
No,
Now
it's
it's
okay,
fine.
but yeah, fine. Sure.
Yeah, before I had a speaker on, so I put my headphone on now.
Understood. Okay, sure.
Hi, Raju.
Hey, how are you? How are you all?
Good.
Okay, great.
We are good, but I still didn't get your lecture finished from yesterday. We started
Okay,
again.
still hard to digest?
Yes.
Okay, sure.
Now, but I will
We'll.
have time after today till Wednesday, then I
Oh,
will
you
ask
did
you.
not get the chance to go through it, is it?
Yeah. Still digesting.
Oh, okay, sure. Okay, fine.
I might have the questions on Wednesday then now.
Sure, absolutely. Sajad, how about you? Did you get a chance to go through the recordings?
No, not yet. Was busy
Not
all
yet.
day today. I was
Sajad,
trying to do it.
yesterday's lecture was very, you have to
Into the
digest
brain.
so many things.
Intense.
Yeah, use your brain like
Okay.
I had to tell
Yeah,
Raju, no, I can't take it anymore.
okay. Thank you for scaring me.
Not scaring, you just need to go through it. You missed the most important one, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. No, I will for sure
go
watch it.
through the recordings. Yeah.
Yeah, watch the recording.
Okay. Grace, you were saying something?
Yes, I misplaced my link for the Google Drive. Is there any way you can share it in the chat so I could save it
Sure.
again?
Let me give it. The way, okay, since you told Google Drive, let me. Am I sharing my screen? Not
Yet.
yet. Okay, let me share my screen and bring up Google Drive also. And I've added two things: Jira Agile Basics.
Mm-hmm.
Have I put it in project management? Yeah, I've just put it here. Scrum in Jira and Jira PDF. So you can go through these things. Oh, by the way, let me give the link first.
Okay.
Yeah, put it in the chat window. Now, yeah. So I just put,
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Jira, how it works and things. So maybe you can
If you
go
go
through
to
it.
your own Google Drive and then if you already share, then you can go in the share with me, and then you will see all there whoever shared with you.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it's a Jira tutorial. What is Jira software, core features of Jira, issues, reports, things are there. So you can go through this for reference, quick reference also. Okay, fine. I just placed it. Okay. Are you able to access, Grace?
I'm trying to save the link and then try and access it. So give me a minute.
Sure. Is it working?
Let me
Chris?
open it here. Let me open it
Oh,
from here.
sure, sure.
Yeah, I can see Scrum in Jira and Jira PDF, PM videos,
Y-
and
Yes,
artifacts.
yes. Those are things. Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
fine.
And how would I put the lectures there if I want to do it, because it sharing is like, restricted from your side.
Oh, sharing is restricted. Okay. Okay. What you can do is, just put everything in a notepad and, mail to me. Maybe I'll put it there. Is it fine?
Yeah, that's fine.
I
Okay.
just put my mail ID here.
I'm in it. This is
I'll put my mail ID in the chat window.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Thank you. But yeah, please do that, Kathy. So that would be helpful for all. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sure. Now, yeah, shall we get started?
Yes.
Okay. Now we discussed about performance index analysis and earned value analysis, right? Sorry, what is this? Yeah, earned value analysis we discussed, variance analysis we discussed. We are yet to discuss on performance index analysis, right? So, in the earned value analysis, we did, kind of, saw how to see if 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 it's actually the value of work that is completed is more or less against the value that we had planned for, against the cost that is being cost keeping the budget in mind, right? So earned value analysis, variance analysis to figure out, are we doing good in terms of schedule, are we doing good in terms of you know, cost wise. This also we discussed. Now let's try to understand our performance index analysis. For this, let me reopen that Excel sheet. Yeah, minimize this. Huh. So performance index analysis. So performance index analysis, what is it? Is a ratio between two parameters, the same parameters, nothing changes. So ratio between two parameters. This makes it possible to compare projects, that is, you know, scheduled performance index and cost performance index, which will help you to analyze the efficiency of any project. Efficiency of the project you will be able to analyze based out of this. Now, how do you calculate scheduled performance index and cost performance index? These are the formulas. But what do you interpret out of this? What do you interpret out of this is, if scheduled performance index or cost performance index is more than one, then that means it's good. The efficiency is good. If it is less than one, then the efficiency is bad. That's how we interpret. Let's try to go and see this. Now, in our example again, so this was Sajad's understanding. We are taking an example where our project has a budget of $100,000. The project duration is 12 months. The project duration is 12 months. Now, which means by the end of 6 months, we should have completed 50% of the work, which means we should have spent 50% of the money, $50,000. However, in our example that we are taking, we have spent $60,000. We have spent $60,000 to complete just 40% of work.
Okay.
Okay. To complete 40% of work, we spent $60,000. Ideally, we should have completed 60% of work by this time, but for this money, correct? So
Okay.
keeping these numbers in mind and keeping okay, I have it here anyway. This performance index analysis. Yeah, keeping these numbers in mind, we'll try to understand or see how a schedule performance index does. Now, schedule performance index says earned value by planned value. What is our earned value?
Mm-hmm.
Earned value is 4,000 in this case, right? 4,000
What
by
is done?
planned value. What is the planned value? 5,000. That is zero point 0.8. 4,000 by 5,000 is nothing but 0.8, which means how do we interpret this? Which means the the efficiency is bad at this point. The efficiency is bad. However, I've taken one more example where if assume you have completed. Okay, let's take this. Let's take earned value as 6,000. Okay, not 6,000. Earned value is, what's the earned value? So this one. Yes, let's take
40,000.
six. Yeah, I'll take 60,000 for
Oh,
40,000 calculation anyways here. So I'll take 60,000 divided by planned value. I'll take 50,000. That remains same, 50,000. Then what is the value that get?
Gonna be same.
1.2. What I'm trying to say here is, hey, you know what? I completed work worth $60,000, $60,000, wherein I should have completed $50,000. So my efficiency is more by at least 20%. The efficiency is higher.
If you complete the 40% work or 60% work, yeah, and you
See,
will
yeah,
go over
I'm
one.
saying 60% of work, correct.
Okay.
60% of work, meaning I'm telling I have completed 60% of work in 6 months. Here I am saying
Mm-hmm.
I completed 40% of work in 6 months. But here I'm saying, okay, 40% of work of 6 months gets you 0.8. 60% in 6 months gets you 1.2, where the efficiency is more, right? Confusing?
No, that's good. For my last job,
Kathy?
we had a timesheet like that, where they have it on the side to show you our efficiency, how long we spend on each project. As we go below one, then we have to go explain why.
Okay, sure. Okay. So that's the reason maybe you're able to relate things. Hmm, okay. Kathy, is it clear or confusing?
yes, yes, it's clear.
Mm-hmm.
Grace?
Yep, that's clear.
Okay, sure. Mm. So that's the thing. And that's schedule performance index, schedule wise. Now let's see cost wise. Okay, or earned value by actual cost. What is the earned value here? 40,000. 40,000 USD. What is the actual cost? 60,000 USD, right? Which means, okay, which means 40,000 by 60,000. 40,000 by 60,000. That comes to 0.66. Again here, the efficiency is low. The efficiency is low. Okay. Now, now assume what does this mean? Cost performance index, meaning we have, you know, we have, you know, ideally for 40% of work, we should have spent 40,000 USD, but we have spent 60,000 USD, which means our efficiency is low, cost wise again. Now assume you have spent, you have, assume I take this. Why? 1.16. What does this indicate? This indicates your earned value. Your earned value, I have put 70,000 USD against the actual cost of 60,000 USD. So your efficiency from cost perspective is high, which means $70,000 amount of work you are done in the place of $60,000, which means you are overproductive in terms of you are giving more revenue by at least 11% in this case, 11% or 11 or yeah 11.6%. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Any questions here?
No.
Yeah, go through it.
I'm
Yeah,
good.
go ahead, Chris. Sorry, was there a question?
Oh no, you said any queries? I said no. We
Oh,
just
okay,
have to
okay.
keep read so we understand it thoroughly. I think that's what it is. On
Yeah,
the calc.
exactly. Correct. Go through it over the weekend. If you have any queries or anything, definitely we'll revisit and discuss this further. Sajad, you were adding something?
I'm good right now. I'm gonna watch
Okay,
this again, but I understand what you said so far.
okay, fine. Sure. Okay, let's move ahead. Give me a minute. Okay, I will minimize this. Yeah. What's the next slide about? Yeah, next is on quality. So, how do you measure or define or figure out are quality measures met or not? So here we do a 3-point analysis. Now, what is this 3-point analysis? So we take these three things into consideration: input, process, and the output. These are the three things that comes into picture when we are talking about 3-point analysis. What is the input for quality? What is the process that's been followed? And what's the output that we have got? Okay, so we'll take these 3 points. Yeah, now let's try to understand more on this. Uh, Remember, um, the characteristics of a project's final delivery is based on the quality, right? So the project work needs to be executed in a way to guarantee that the final product gives the desired characteristics and capabilities, right? And during the planning, the quality piece, you as a project manager, you have collected all the requirements there. You set the quality targets, you prepared a plan of quality control, that is measurement of actual versus target, and the quality standards, targets, and how they are controlled will be very different from one project to another. So as because the scope is different from project to project, but but we will kind of highlight the common things that needs to be done in quality control activities. The actuals are collected through quality audits, checks, and inspections. So yeah, it would be all about data and data here. It's all about data, and our quality control efforts are aimed at answering one general question: are the quality targets being met or not? That's the main thing. So in order to answer this question, the quality may be analyzed on 3 points: input, process, output. So let's see a couple of different quality checkpoints that can be controlled. Just taking our examples. Let's see. So when it comes to input, here you as a project manager, you must be sure the work starts with the right foot. Are all the needed inputs okay for us to reach the goal? If we need to start with a resource that cannot be transformed in the desired scope, then why are we starting at all? In our case, like um, the example that we took earlier, uh, uh, the you know the these would be about the construction materials. Verify if the construction materials meet all the standards. A logical step would be for the responsible of the construction work stream to do an initial validation of the construction materials that we have procured, and they will be the appropriate team member, as this is a specific field which needs to be validated by experts, that is engineers. So checklist could be an appropriate tool to go through all this, right? Same verification can be done in case of the example of car production. Are all the materials procured meeting the established standards by be it regulation standards internally set, like like car body, doors, windows, electronics, interiors, all these things. So these all forms to input. When it comes to process, you as a project manager, you need to be checking if all the steps required in an activity are being completed. For example, uh, uh, no, when you're opening a showroom, I told preparation of staff, right? So, in the preparation of staff, newly hired to engage with the customer, there is a program which each needs to take. Be it in software industry also, everyone has to go through this induction program. Has everyone gone through that induction program? You'll have a check, and each developer needs to know specific details about the product that they'll be working on. That has to be done. Although that would be the most important piece of the training, the management decides that all need to do a maybe how to handle customers, to take customer service training, learning the important soft skills and customer satisfactions. If that step is skipped, you know because since we are talking the example of the car showroom, uh, even though the car has great features, but this the lack of customer care and appropriate behavior may be sufficient to push away the clients. Not we want. Here the control can be assigned to a sales or marketing employee who would deliver the training to put a checklist and mark each time some passes the training. So that's about the process. How do you do it? Yeah, example that we considered earlier. When it comes to output, this will be the quality checks at the completion point of various deliverables. At completion point of various deliverables, like this is the final validation of the project with all its parts. Here you as a project manager, you need to understand, as deliverables are being completed, is everything meeting the standards? For example, uh, your showroom effects, your showroom augmented effects, displays of cars, is it being prepared? Is the connectivity speed sufficient? Like when a customer selects on a monitor to see the car in a different color, projector needs to light the car in a selected color. The target is below 3 seconds. Now, 9 out of 10 times, it has to be under 3 seconds. Is that criteria met? Is what we will check as part of the output. So there are a few things that needs to be considered when we are talking about quality. As a project manager, you need to take care of these three things: input, process, output. Any questions here?
No.
No.
Okay. Now next on performance reporting. Now you as a project manager, you have to gather information from the team and take that information to the senior management team in a way that they understand. So what you will do is you will work with the project team. You'll get all the raw data about the actual performance, be it in terms of you know the scope that we have completed, how many user stories are completed, how many epics are completed, what is pending, what is completed, when is the next delivery. All those details you'll gather from the project team. Okay, all these details are like a raw data for for you, and then you analyze this data and and prepare a performance report. You analyze all this data, prepare a performance report in a meaningful way that a senior management team will understand. That this actually, Jira is already helping you. Jira is helping you with burn down chart, burn up chart, velocity chart. You can directly take those charts if the team has logged the appropriate information in Jira. In Jira, if the team has logged appropriate information, that Jira is already providing the information, you can directly take it from there. However, in case if there is no Jira, then manually you may have to prepare these things in Excel or Microsoft Project or wherever, and then take it to the senior management team. Does it make sense? This is about performance reporting, where you
Yes.
take information from the downstream and take it to the upstream. Okay. Any questions here?
No.
Grace, any questions? Sajad, any questions?
I'm good.
Okay, fine. Let's move on. Next is project status indicator, famously called RAC status. That is red, amber, green. Red, amber, green. So when do you track your project as green? So usually you have to track this project, and as part of the project status that you're providing to the senior management here, this also has to be mentioned. Are you tracking your project green, amber, or red? What is it? So when do you track your project as green? You track your project as green when your progress is according to the plan. Here and there small things is fine, small variations, that's fine if you are able to tackle it. But otherwise, if everything is going as per plan, you track it green. You track it amber when you see your project is at risk. And when do you see that? You know, when you have risk, like issues that put at risk the completion of the project, like uh, a resource leaving, critical resource leaving the project, leaving the organization. Now you are at risk because you are dependent on that resource to meet the deadlines. Now that resource has left, which means you are at risk. You need to highlight those things here. That's when you track your project amber. And when you track your project as red, when you are completely off track. So here, project is seriously getting delayed, project scope is not being met, and the resources are becoming exhausted. So things are going hayward here, and also sponsors' attention is needed and support is needed here from sponsor. So when you need support from sponsor, you need to raise this red flag, else you might not get that support from sponsor. When you need attention from sponsor, project sponsor, or higher management, you have to raise this red flag. Otherwise, they think that things are going fine and they'll leave it to you. Even amber at risk, they will leave it to you. They want you to handle that risks. If it goes out of your hand, if it goes out of proportion, then maybe you have to raise it as a red flag, and then they will pitch in and help you. Okay, does it make sense? Red, amber, green. Kathy, Grace, Sajat.
Yes.
Yes, it makes sense. This
Okay,
one's pretty straightforward.
okay, sure.
Good.
Okay, next is about issue management. Now when you have issues, just give me a minute, team is calling me. Yeah, sorry for that. So uh, yeah, issue management. How do you handle when any issues come, right? So we need to follow this 4 R's. That is react, read, respond, resolve, or repeat. React is nothing but assessing the damage and perform damage control, immediate damage control. How can you do that? Immediate damage control. So you assess what's the damage all about and see if it's in your control. How can you do that? You know, patchwork at that point, patch up, right? You perform the damage control, and then read, understand the reason and the root cause of the problem. Understand the reason and root cause of the problem. Then you try to read why this came up, why this happened, understand the reason why this happened, and try to root cause the problem. Sorry, give me a minute again. The team is calling again. Okay, read. So understand the reason and the root cause of the problem. So understand the reason and the root cause of the problem. Try to understand why this happened and figure out what's the root cause. Once you understand the root cause, then you respond. That is by creating a action plan. Now we know why this occurred and we know the root cause. Now let's come up with an action plan and take steps to correct this issue, right? Correct this issue. And then you perform that, perform this uh, solution basically. You have an action plan, right? You follow that action plan and take steps to correct it. Confirm the issue is resolved from your response through monitoring. If the issue is still not resolved, then you carry on with the, if it's resolved, you will carry on with the execution. If not, you will go back to reading again. You go back to the root cause analysis again. You do a root cause analysis again, then try to see if there is a different action plan. Follow that, and you follow this step until the problem is resolved. So basically, when issue occurs, immediate damage control, then root cause you need to do, then based on the root cause, figure out, come up with action plan and resolve it, and then if that doesn't work, come up with a different solution and do it. That's how the issues has to be handled. Okay, any questions here?
No.
Good.
Okay, fine. So next is okay, project closure phase. Okay, maybe we'll start with closure phase next class.
Sure. Next Wednesday, right now?
Yes, Wednesday. Yeah, right.
Hmm. Okay, no
Okay,
problem.
fine then. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks all. Have a good
Sounds good.
weekend. We'll
Bye.
catch up
You
on this.
too.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Okay. Bye.